Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Redbeard. I have with me today my part-time co-host, Mr. Curtis Harmon.
Hello, everybody.
The mini Blackbeard.
Yep. It's become mini now.
Curtis was on where were you at?
Total Wine, Fort Worth, Texas.
Fort Worth, Texas. He picked up it's a peated single malt whiskey made in Texas by Andalusia Whiskey Company. Mm-hmm. It's called Revenant Oak. This is a peated single malt distilled and bottled in Blanco, Texas. I'm doing not much on the internet regarding this whiskey, so we'll just read off the bottle. It says it's produced and produces shit.
Produces shit.
Produces shit.
Don't do that. You drink enough of it.
So it says, a scene reminiscent of the hills of Andalusia, Spain. Our grain-to-glass creations begin with a mash of the finest grains. They are double distilled.
Words, man.
Man.
They're hard.
They are double distilled in our copper pot still and then patiently aged in charred oak barrels. So it says a revenant is a spirit that has returned from the grave. Did you see that movie, The Revenant? With, what's his name, Leo DiCaprio?
No, the one where he fights the bear?
Well, he gets raped pretty much by the bear.
I ain't seen that one yet.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be really good. But
spoiler alert, it is based on a true story, but the end is false. So.
Okay.
Anyway, if you ever watch it. Revenant Oak is a peated single malt that is crafted from 100% malted barley and steeped in authentic dead bourbon barrels that we bring back to life. Traditionally produced in the spirit of great Scotch whiskies, Revenant Oak is infused with a hint of peat smoke that finishes with a smooth and refined character.
So what is a dead barrel?
It more than likely would be, and I've heard tales of this. Mm-hmm. I've read and heard that they'll take a barrel and you can only get so many uses out of a barrel. Uh-huh. Now,
so bourbon got so many tannins and things to give up.
Yeah, I mean it's reused so many times, it's not going to, like you said, it only imparts so much flavor and character. Right. Well, what they might have done is taken in, like, your woodworking shop that you have, mm-hmm. like run it through the planer or whatever, take off that top level.
Okay.
So they could re-char it. That's more than likely what happened. Either that or it's just clever marketing.
Yeah.
So it could just be used bourbon barrels and they're like, revive dead bourbon barrels.
So I come across this. I was watching, the Whiskey Vault guys, and then that YouTube suggests other things to you. Mm-hmm. And one of they suggest is, you got the Whiskey Vault guys, and the Whiskey Vault guys are the same guys as the Whiskey Tribe.
Yeah.
So they have two separate YouTube channels. So on the Whiskey Tribe channel, they're showing, because they've started their own distillery, and they took like a crowdsourced vote, and they decided to peat one of their whiskeys. Mm-hmm. So they went down to this place and had them, because they got a whole setup to be able to smoke them.
Cool.
And while they were there, they went into their tasting room and tried the Striker. Is another brand by them that we'll try eventually. But the guy said, the Revenant Oak over here, don't sleep on it. That's a Texas Scotch. And I was like, okay, I got to have that. How do you not go buy something that's called a Texas Scotch, right?
Yeah.
It is awful light in color.
It is. And that's more than likely due to the barrel. I don't know. Does it say how long they aged it?
I don't think so.
I mean, there's no age statement. There's no minimum age statement on a peated single malt whiskey. So it could be like 2 days or 2 months or 2 years. I
think what he said in that video, he said all of their whiskeys spend at least 3 years in a barrel. I don't think they bottle anything less than 36 months.
Poor Bonnie.
It smells like a Scotch to me.
Yeah, it definitely smells like a Scotch.
You get the smoke. But it's funny too, because you get, to me, I don't know, man, it's kind of a quandary on the nose.
How much you pay for that?
Yes.
$45.
That's right on. That's exactly right.
Man, that's actually
$45.95.
Like if you put that in a blind tasting with like 4 other scotches,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't gonna be able to pick it.
No,
They're like, "Where's this from?"
that's
Texas.
a fucking scotch.
Yeah,
all day, every day.
yeah.
That's
That
why I
is-
told, Terry, when I tried it when I first got home, I just poured up just enough to just wet the mouth. I just wanted to know. And I was like, if that ain't a scotch, I don't know what the fuck is.
I get the peated, the smokiness on the back end.
Yeah, it's not up front. There's a little bit of smoke on the nose for me. There's not a lot there, but on the finish is where I get that. It comes back. There's that fucking peat.
This reminds me kind of some of the Macallans that I've had. Maybe a couple of those Highland Parks.
Yeah.
I mean, this you could just push that right in the same category as like Glenfiddich or Glenlivet. And
Now, I just had Macallan 18 last night, and I told Terry after a little while it tasted like I was drinking candied bacon. Smoky,
Yeah.
sweet, all those rich flavors and all. This is not that.
No.
This is not, there's not a whole lot of sweet going on here.
No.
There's a hint of like maybe some dark dried fruits or something, up front, but that goes away. The finish, to me, is everything comes up through the finish line.
I'm just glad they put it at 100 proof because one thing that I'm not a fan of on most scotches, most single malt scotches, they're bottled at like 43%.
Yeah.
So I think they're losing out. Well, we're losing out.
Right, we're losing.
They're reaping the benefits.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is
So the nose I get honey, a little bit of vanilla floating around in there. Leather.
Dude, leather. I want to say like the Glenfiddich 15.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that. This reminds me of the Glenfiddich 15. And $45 for a 3-year-old single malt.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 proof.
Yeah, I mean it's I know the legs don't mean a lot,
No.
but it's a oily whiskey.
I mean,
They're hanging around there for a while.
like we got to do that big event a few weeks ago, the bourbon and bow ties and stuff, and somebody asked me. It was a journalist or something. Somebody who writes for either a blog or some kind of paper or whatever.
Mhm.
He was reporting on it, and he asked me what I like most, why I like Texas whiskey so much, and I kind of wanted to say, well, I'm kind of like I prefer Kentucky over Texas, but I told him I was like I like it because this is brand new ground, and they're able to do stuff here in Texas where you can't really do it anywhere else.
Yeah, they're able to fuck around with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can experiment. They got the room to do that because nobody's expecting you. No, you don't have an expectation. You're not looking for straight Kentucky. There's no rules, man. Wild
No
West.
rules. It's no rules, and like we're starting down here, so
Yeah.
everything they do,
Low expectations.
it's going to be improved. That's my goal. It's my dating motto.
Lower the expectations. people.
Lowered expectations.
I got
this is
some
pretty good.
some floral stuff there. As I'm re-nosing,
I wish I had some scotches readily available and we could like do a side by side.
but there's some floral stuff going on there, man. There's some earthiness, obviously. It's a Scotch. So
I did
got
not.
earth.
I did not expect the flavors. I was a little apprehensive going into this video, but
All right.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
So was I. When I first bought it, I was like, nah. I took the guy's advice. The whiskey vault guy, the mooch. Can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Rex.
Rex.
So close. It was close.
He tried it and he was like, ooh, don't sleep on that, people. Right?
Yeah.
And I think those dudes, as friendly as they are with wanting to push whiskey in front of you, go try this, go try this, go try this. They didn't talk it up.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking if they're not talking it up, one of two things. Either it's dog shit and he didn't want to say it, or it's something he don't want everybody in the state of Texas going out and buying right now because he wants to get his hands on something. But I was pleasantly surprised that first pull that I had.
Hold on to that cork.
Synthetic.
Mm-hmm.
That cork you gave me the other day was perfect.
Was it?
Didn't have to shave it down. That was right in there. But did I tell you it's separating?
What is?
My infinity bottle.
What do you mean it's separating?
Oh, I put Benchmark.
Oh, the whiskeys are separating?
Yeah, at the bottom of it, it's a little bit lighter than the...
You have to shake it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I thought it was weird that there was a little degree of separation there.
We'll give everybody a surprise. So, I got this a while back, and I took my little toasted spiral,
Yeah.
and now I'm aging
What did it start out as?
moonshine,
Oh, okay. Surprise, surprise.
liquor,
Corn liquor.
current liquor. No, it's water.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
It's just brown water. That's all this is brown water.
Yeah. See,
We were in
it's the same
Uber
color.
last night. A lady said that her jam is vodka. She's like, "Is there a good vodka out there?" I'm like, "Yeah, the cheapest one, because fucking vodka is vodka, right?" You're gonna the more they filter it and do all their things, it gets a little smoother. But truly, vodka shouldn't have any taste.
No.
I said the best vodka in the world is the vodka that's set in a charred oak barrel for about 15 years. That's the best vodka you're ever gonna drink. So
True
yeah, this right
statement.
here is
True
just
statement.
brown vodka.
Yeah.
Brown vodka over there too. I like brown vodka.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Brown water.
So are you still scoring them? Are you breaking it down?
Man, I am still scoring them. I would actually this would be a good go-to, in my opinion, like a daily drinker, if you can find it.
That's one of it.
I don't think it's. I'd like to try it 5 years from now, whenever they get some more age under some of them barrels. I know that my scoring system right now on the YouTube channel is a little different than the podcast.
Yeah.
So
I
I
go
would.
into quarters and eighths.
I've been breaking it down to like 0.1.
Oh.
So, I mean, I would go a solid 8 on this one.
Okay.
This one's it's a good drink. I can't really.
Now is
say
that just
much
as
more
a
than
whiskey, or is that
Just-
an 8
just-
on a Scotch?
Just whiskey in general.
Okay.
This is an 8. So yeah, I think everybody right now kind of knows where I'm at. The highest score I've given so far is a 9.2, and that was the Michter's 10-year. That was delicious.
Yeah, we talked about that. How it just you would rather drink that all day every day rather than Pappy.
Yeah. Well, that and Elijah Craig 12. So, but yeah,
Let's
this
try that Michter's. I saw you review it, and I was like, man, he's making love with that bottle. He should probably share some of that shit.
it's closet whiskey.
That's closet whiskey. I saw one of those on actually when I went into that store over there. They got those little what do you call them? The 325s,
375s?
375s. I saw that sitting on there at a 375. I was like,
Michter's.
maybe. I was thinking that's what I was telling you, dude. They had a whole shelf of them
Yeah,
of
total
all
line.
like the high end shit in these little bitty bottles.
I was telling somebody that the other day. I was like, yeah, you go to a Total Wine in Dallas or Fort Worth, and they just got a wall of pint bottles.
Yeah.
And
That's the
everything
mecca
in
of
them.
whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a shit ton of wine. Don't get me wrong. You're gonna have to crawl over all the wine to get back to where the whiskey is.
Mhm.
But they have all the whiskey.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah.
This is why I want to do this one with you, and then we'll say I got the striker, and the striker will come on probably after we do it on the podcast because I want all three of us to try it together the first time,
That'll work.
and then we'll come back. We'll turn right around and do a review on your channel with the striker. Hopefully, this is educational because there's not a lot. I think there's one other YouTube video out there that they review this that I've found so far, but outside of that, there's not a lot of fucking noise for this particular, and I think it's a shame.
Well, it is, but at the same time, the more popular it gets,
Harder it's going to be.
the harder it's going to get, and then the price is going to go up.
Right.
That's why you got companies like Balcones with a $120 bottle of 2-year-old single malt.
Right.
I'm like,
This is a small distillery. I mean, watching the video, if you go on the Whiskey Tribe YouTube channel, you'll find it where they're peating their very first whiskey. You'll see it. It's a small distillery. There's not a whole lot going on. The copper pot still that they're describing on here is awesome.
yeah,
It is so fucking badass. But so they're not pushing out a whole lot of whiskey, and
Yeah.
they only distribute 2 stores in the state of Texas. One of them is Total Wine, which is big. There's quite a few Lowe's.
Yeah.
And then there's some other little small market around the Austin area, I think, that they're doing. But Total Wine is like I don't think you're going to find it anywhere outside the state.
Probably not. I'm sure it's pretty much locked into Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's that small of an operation, I mean, they might make a few.
They're literally smoking their barley in a shed.
Nice. Come here.
The door on that shed, I wanted to lick it when he opened it. You know what I mean? Because it's just got all the years and years of smoking shit in there. And it's just black on the door. And it's like, that smells awesome. Yeah. You know it smells awesome.
I think Bonnie's getting hungry.
It's probably feed her more once a week.
Yeah. You see how fat this bitch is getting? Yeah. Well, I think that's all we got for this one. If you can find it, pick it up, check it out.
Truth, lies.
They're all lies. They're all lying to you. But yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. Like, it's a solid.
I'm gonna score it like I would on the podcast. I want to give it 2 scores as just a general whiskey. In my opinion, of all the ones and it could be just because I'm flabbergasted at the price point or whatever, but I'm right there with you. I'm at an 8. As a Scotch, I'm gonna step it down closer to, I'm gonna say like a 6.5. I've had other Scotches that have really just blown my hair back, but this is it's a fucking Scotch. Okay, they're calling it a peated single malt whiskey, but that is a Scotch all day, every day.
Well, it tastes. It's a single malt whiskey.
Yeah,
but
just because it wasn't made over there on that particular island,
you can't call it Scotch.
Can't call it Scotch, but I'm going to call it Scotch because that's what it is.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it short or long or whatever. But yeah, check it out if you can find it.
Just have me over here one of these days when you're eating steak. That'd be nice to get invited to one of those.
Yeah.
Sit here and watch you eat.
Those just happen at random when I don't have any other content videoed up. So, oh well. Don't forget, check out the Bearded Idiots. We're
Absolutely.
pretty funny. They'll make you laugh. We have merch.
We damn sure do. Just put some brand new merch up on the store today.
I pointed to the wrong corner. I think it's in this corner.
Oh shit, we're doing the corner things.
Well, of my homepage in the header, I have links.
Okay.
So check it out. Buy some merch. It's in a corner or in the description.
It's either here or here.
Yes.
It's one of those two.
But yeah, I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
It's good. Find it.
You say it all the time. What do you say?
Check out the Bearded Idiots.
No, I'm talking about your little end thing.
I said drink some whiskey, share it with your
friends. That's
friends
what we
and
do.
family,
share with our friends.
and take care, folks.
Bye.
Bye.